American football is the most popular sport in the US, but few of these fans arriving at the Louisiana Superdome will have given much thought to how the game is run. Organisers the National Football League, or NFL, manage what is a unique business model. This is the same stadium that housed desperate residents in the wake of Hurricane Katrina 5 years ago. Rebuilt with a new roof, it is home to the New Orleans Saints. And this year, fans say they have the best chance of winning America's ultimate sporting event, the Super Bowl.
Come on, how do you not win? Look at the stadium, look at the people around us, come on. It's going to be awesome.
This is what being an American football fan is all about. It's the Arizona Cardinals versus the New Orleans Saints. And the winner of this match could go on to the Super Bowl, which is watched by a staggering 140 million Americans.
There are only 32 teams in the National Football League, but as the saying goes, on any given Sunday, any team can win. That is only possible, though, thanks to an unusual business model. The NFL shares about half of its revenues equally amongst those 32 teams, including $24 billion in television rights. The man in charge of marketing the NFL is Mark Waller.
We have a sort of socialist capitalism, I think, is probably the best way to describe it. I mean, essentially, all teams share in the vast majority of revenues on an equal basis. So whether you come from New York or Green Bay, irrespective of the size of your market, the size of your fan base or your TV audience. So revenues are shared equally and equitably, which is fantastic. And similarly, costs are controlled. So every team has a salary cap. It has the same salary cap. So you can't buy your way to the best players.
Unlike Premier League football in Europe and other US professional sports, sharing this wealth equally amongst all teams keeps them competitive, as Mike McCarthy explains.
You don't have this huge gap between the richest clubs and the smallest clubs. Any team can compete for the Super Bowl title every year. And in America, particularly in a capitalist country like ours, that's very unique. As one NFL owner liked to put it, we're 32 fat cat Republicans who vote socialist.
But not everyone is happy. Footballers may be handsomely paid, but the Players' Union says team owners now wield too much power.
We want to be full partners, but we are in a situation where the owners believe that the players should take about 20% less than they are making right now.
Without agreement between players and owners, the NFL could be broken. Back in New Orleans, Doug Thornton, who rebuilt the stadium after Katrina, says it couldn't have been done without the NFL.
It was important for us to turn the Superdome back into a symbol of inspiration and hope, as opposed to a symbol of misery and suffering.
And what better comeback story for the Saints than to win the Super Bowl for the first time in 43 years.
The success of American football, though, in the end, comes down to what happens here on the field. It's exciting, it's unpredictable, it's noisy, and that's why the fans love it. So much so, the NFL hopes to convince the rest of the world to tune in.